Motivation. All I needed was a little bit of motivation. Dedication. All I needed was a little bit of dedication. Steady hating. Don't know why, but they steady hating. I got my foot on the gas, I'm moving too fast, there's no time for waiting. Straight out the dirt. In the lab, yeah, I'm running analysis. I gotta get to it first. On my way or you gonna get hurt. I'm trying to see what could work. And you acting like you got paralysis. I need me a duffel with racks in it. You need you a duffel of bandages. Motivation. All I needed was a little bit of motivation. Dedication. All I needed was a little bit of dedication. Steady hating. Don't know why, but they steady hating. I got my foot on the gas, I'm moving too fast, there's no time for waiting. Straight out the dirt. In the lab, yeah, I'm running analysis. I gotta get to it first. On my way or you gonna get hurt. I'm trying to see what could work. And you acting like you got paralysis. I need me a duffel with racks in it. You need you a duffel of bandages. Yeah, I gotta get to the cake. Going fast, I feel like I'm late. Down a dash, take a look at the plate. With the team in lobster and steak. I cannot see why they hate. I had to just hustle and pray. Chasing that bag every day. I'm so thankful, man, life is so great. Do you know about the hunger pains? Had to finesse, had to play the game. I took so much losses, now I am a boss. I will never ever be the same. I'm getting this money, I'm chasing this wealth. Just watch as I make these gains. I'm getting this money, I'm chasing this wealth. Just watch as I make these gains. Motivation. All I needed was a little bit of motivation. Dedication. All I needed was a little bit of dedication. Steady hating. Don't know why, but they steady hating. I got my foot on the gas, I'm moving too fast, there's no time for waiting. They said that I am impatient. They said that I'm never gonna make it. They laugh and they smile with their faces. They cook me, they fry me like bacon. It's been 100 rounds, I can't let up now, I'm just destined for greatness. Come from the ground, I know you hear the sound of me just breaking the pavement. I put myself on the map, there's no need for the cap. Look at the pockets, they fat. What's in the back of the back? I cannot go back. I make it hit every track, run up the racks, gather the funds, let it stack. Getting the money in packs, I cannot lack. Man, I'm just spitting the facts. You know I'm spitting the facts. Motivation. All I needed was a little bit of dedication. Don't know why, but they steady hating. Yes, they steady hating. I got my foot on the gas, I'm moving so fast, I hope I don't crash. You see me doing the dash, man, get on my way so I could pass. I'm speeding just like the Flash, and just in the flash, I'm getting the cash. Tell me why is you mad, I'm getting this bag without all the lag. I'm playing capture the flag and I'm leaving them all just like a frag. Motivation. All I needed was a little bit of dedication. Don't know why, but they steady hating. Yes, they steady hating. I got my foot on the gas, I'm moving so fast, I hope I don't crash. You see me doing the dash, man, get on my way so I could pass. I'm speeding just like the Flash, and just in the flash, I'm getting the cash.
All right, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. Let's get this together. Should have my chart up. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we got the charts up. We got the platform up. This is live coffee and charts. I'm drinking espresso. Hot. Fresh roasted. All right, so it's after 12:05, so we need to adjust the box. Need to make it smaller because the market is now separating the binaries by only 2 pips instead of 4. So between 8 a.m. and 12:05 p.m. Eastern time, On NADEX, they adjust the distance between the strike prices by, or I should say, from 2 micro pips, not even micro pips, excuse me, two full pips, which is actually 20 micro pips. So they adjusted from 2 pips apart to 4 pips apart. So from 20 micro pips to 40 micro pips of distance between strike prices of the options. If you're new to the platform, this is the NADEX platform that we're looking at. This is the platform that we use to trade on. And of course, to do our observation. And I'm hoping that the audio is coming through good. Last few times I was on here, I was hearing like popping. I don't like that. I don't like it. OCD, man. All right, let me see something. Hold on a second. See how this sounds on my phone. Check, 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 check. All right, seems like it sounds actually pretty good. All right, so good. Very good, my friend. Very good. All right, so audio should be pretty clear. And I hopefully won't have any issues. My internet is good. So we're looking good. All right, so we're going to be doing some observation. I'm also going to talk about a few things that will hopefully give some clarity and understanding to those of you that use NADEX, those of you in training with us on TA. And even if you're not in training, hopefully this will be educational for you and just help you. Just help you. The key to being successful on this platform is being able to do the same thing over and over and over again once you figured out how to to consistently win on this platform when you trade. In my experience, there's only one thing that will allow you to accomplish that. And it's actually understanding the movement of the market. Because when you can understand and interpret movement, you'll know the outcome of where the market will be positioned based on the current movement. Now, what do I mean when I say movement? This is where I'm going to help many of you to gain clarity and understanding for a lot of people for the first time. People, they don't understand the way that you position yourself to be consistently profitable when you trade here on this platform. When I say movement, I'm referring to a plethora of things. Movement is not just up or down, which is how most people associate the market. Oh, the market's up. Oh, the market's down. The market's going to go up. It's going to go down. The market is trending up. It's trending down. The market can't move in either direction unless it's actually moving. Hold on. before it can go up or down, it has to move. In the physical world, how does anything move? There's a word I'm looking for. And trust me when I tell you, this lesson and this training today is going to be very helpful just for regular people. You know, a lot of people don't understand what we do here. If you understand the basics, you can understand what we do. So again, I repeat, how can anything physically move? How? How does something move? And I'll wait. I know that there's a lag on here, so you guys take your time responding. But I want to see what the responses are to that. How does something move? Jason says by changing position. Damon, what's up? Walker, what's happening? Let me just run through, see who's in here real quick so I don't miss anybody. I see Melanie in the building. I see Angel, Jamal Smith, Carl Francois. I see Maui Jeff, Muffin Woman, Jason Andrew, Jay Carley, Osmond, Stacy, Claire, Eshore, Luck for Girl. I see Walker, Damon, and SG. All right, look at SG coming on with the heat. Now my question was, how does anything move? Hassan, what up? Major, I see you. What's happening? This is the answer right here. This is how anything moves. It takes energy to move something. Energy. So nothing moves without energy. Okay? Sadiq, what up? So before you think about direction, you have to think about energy. Now, just energy alone has components to it. Because then the question is, well, how much energy? The amount of energy needed to move a truck is more than the amount of energy needed to move a small car. Yes? Look at how just talking about energy, we're getting deeper into understanding it. The energy it takes to move a truck is way more than the energy required to be on a bicycle. Right? Now, let's take it from there. Because you have something larger that weighs more, has more mass to it, it's bigger, you need more energy to move it. Got it? So you now are dealing with the amount of energy in whatever it is that allows something to move. So clearly, we're talking about energy. We're not talking about where it's going. We're just talking about what's required to make it go somewhere, period. And I want y'all to think about the market the same way. So with my examples, I want you guys to stay with me so that you gain clarity, because this is going to make a lot of sense. So because we're dealing with energy, we need to understand energy. It's not about understanding direction yet. See, the first thing people try to understand about the market is where it's going. That's not what you need to understand first. The first thing you need to understand is how is the energy behind the market. What is that doing? What is that? What type of energy is it? Y'all with me? Because the type of energy behind the market will determine where it goes. Let's even go further than that. the type of energy behind the market will determine how it goes. Not just where, how it gets there. For example, how does something move faster? How? I'm not saying or asking how fast is something going. I'm asking what is required to make something go faster. That's a good question, ain't it? Just think about it. How do you make something speed up? All right, let's do this. In a vehicle, in an engine, when you put your foot on the gas, what happens is the gas is releasing more fuel into the engine. And the engine has more fuel now to do more combustion. The combustion creates more power, horsepower in the engine. So when you press the accelerator, you go faster. Right? When you put your foot down on the pedal, that's how you go faster. Well, how do you slow down? Take your foot off the pedal. How do you slow down faster? Hit the brake. Are y'all following me? So I'm going through this because I'm explaining all of the moving parts of what it is that is moving something. All of this relates to the energy because you can't do anything without the energy. The car won't go nowhere if there's no energy behind it. All right, well, how is energy being created in the car? Through the engine. See? Through the engine. That's where the main focus for the energy of the vehicle is. You need more horsepower in that engine. You need more combustion for that engine to generate more energy in order for the car to move faster. See? Now, understanding energy and the mechanics of how a car works, understanding that part now gives you an edge because you'll be able to control the vehicle by understanding how to actually control the energy of the vehicle. You ever drive a car that got a lot of power in it and it's like you barely touching the pedal and the car's moving already? You're like, damn, this thing ready to take off. Right? You ain't even pressed the pedal yet. And it's like the car's just. You ever drive like a Charger or any type of sports car? Them engines are powerful. They're designed for speed. So they have more what? Power. Right? So it's the same dynamic. If you learn how to control that, that's how you can control the vehicle. Because now, even when the vehicle moves faster, by you understanding the dynamic of how the car works, you'll be better at driving and controlling and operating the car. Yeah, definitely the Mach 1. Even if the Mustangs. I don't even know if they still make the 5.0s, but back in the day, they used to make the 5.0 Ford Mustangs. Stupid speed. But anyway, but you get the point that I'm making. So when you think about that power and that energy behind it, now you have a different respect for what? The car. See, some people just get into the car and drive. But if you don't know what you're driving, that car can take off on you. If there's a lot of power in that car, you're like, wait, oh shit. You doing 80 miles an hour, you don't even know that you're doing 80. Because the car was built and designed for speed. So you're driving it, but you're not even realizing how fast you're going. But what happens when you start to understand that power behind that vehicle, you know how fast you can go. You see? And then there are other things that play a part within that help you to understand how to navigate the vehicle. Because now you can do things like, all right, this car has good handles. So when I hit them turns, I can hit the turn faster. You see? Because this car handles well. So when you're moving at a higher speed and you come and you're hitting a curve, depending on the handling of that vehicle, you may or may not be able to do that at certain speeds with certain cars. You got to know the car. So look at where I'm going. Number one, the most important thing is understanding the power, the energy. Then you got to know the car that you're driving. See, when you start making sense out of all of this stuff, you know how to drive the car because you know what you're capable of doing because you are in control. Now, mind you, you're driving a car. So that car got a lot of stuff with it, but you have to be in control of the car. And the more you know about it, the better control you'll have of the car. So just think about that. Just think about a person that never drove a sports car. And they get in that car and they're like, whew, this thing has got a lot of power. They're not used to it. You see? But what if you knew beforehand, well, all right, wait, this shit got 400 horsepower. I know I got to take it easy with this. I know I can't just hit the pedal like that. This shit moving 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, so I can't just hit the pedal. I gotta tap it. I gotta ease into it. See? Because you understand the power in the car. So now you know how to take that vehicle and navigate it. But imagine if you don't know. If you don't know, you mess around and crash. Y'all understand what I'm saying, right? See, a lot of times people crash sports cars and stuff because they don't know how to control the car. It's not even because they were going as fast as they may have been. You might have went around the curve too fast. See, you have to know the car. You got to know you can't hit the curves like that when it's raining, especially when it just started raining. If you're in New York, the pavement that we drive on in the city, the blacktop, if it just starts raining, the blacktop starts to, you actually can see it. You see oil come up out of the damn street. You can see it. It's shiny. It even looked like it got rainbows in it. You're looking like, what the hell is that? That's oil coming out of the ground. Because when it first starts raining, when the water hits the pavement, it raises the oil to the surface. It's very dangerous to drive when it just starts raining, especially driving fast, because you'll be sliding all over the road. See? Now, again, what if you didn't know that? You thinking it's all good. Oh, well, I got winter tires. It don't matter what kind of tires you got when there's oil in the road. It's like driving on wet leaves. I don't give a shit if you got Goodyear tires. You have to know. So anyway, I'm using all this just to help you guys to understand the dynamic of the market and why people don't ever understand the market enough to be profitable. Same reason people never understand a vehicle well enough to not be afraid to drive it. There's cars that their engine is so powerful, people refuse to drive it. They're like, nah, that's too much. I ain't messing with that. It's too much power in this. You don't know how to just tap that pedal. Every time you hit the pedal, it's zoom, zoom. You feel the power and you moving, and you're like, whoa, this is too much. A lot of power behind that. But see, what happens when you begin to take the time to understand the vehicle first and the amount of power that's in it, now you're not afraid of it anymore. Whoa. But before that, you scared to drive it. Nah, I ain't driving that. It's too much. What does that sound like? Now, I ain't messing with the market, man. The market is crazy. It does a lot, man. You can lose all your money. You see, it's the same thing. So again, people don't take the time to do what? Understand. And this is why observation and understanding the mechanics and the logistics of the market is so important. People think that is one thing when you say the market. They think up, down. It's not just up, down. There is no up, down without the energy behind it. What's the energy behind it? How it's moving. How it is moving. Well, what makes it move faster? What makes a physical object move faster? More energy. Well, what makes it move slower? Well, how does it slow down? What makes something physical slow down? There's quiet energy going on when something is moving slower. There's energy there, but it's quiet. It's less. Just like you hear the terminology that I use when I make reference to different things in the market. You'll hear me say less movement. What does that even mean? What do you mean when you say it moves less? There's less energy behind the move. People don't understand the market like this. And this is why people can't win the way that we do. Less movement behind the move. In other words, there's less energy in the moves. Oh, Mark, I never understood why do some candles look how they look and others don't? I'm explaining the dynamic to you. Well, Mark, what happens when you got some that got wicks on them and some that don't? Well, if there's wicks on some of the candles you're seeing, that's an indication that the market still has that type of movement present. There's just less of it. See? Market is telling you, nope, I'm still not stable. So don't think just because I'm moving less that my movement is less stable. Or I should say more stable. Don't think that because I'm moving less that the movement is actually more stable. Just because there's less movement. Now you'll see why we wait for things to align. Not just one thing, multiple things that we wait for. That's why we wait. If I say, nah, there's too much movement, as you begin to understand the dynamic of this, you start to realize, okay, I understand what he means now. There's still too much movement, even though there's smaller candles. There's still too much movement, even though it's in the box. Well, how can that be? Because there are levels. See, each tool that we use is helping you to see with more precision how stable the market is, how many checkpoints you have for the stability. This way, you never mistake one thing for being absolute stability. because the one thing is only relative to the one thing at the time. But when you have more than one thing, now you start to begin to see how the market positions itself and has absolute stability, because there's nothing missing. It's just like the energies behind the moves. You can have the market slow down and still have reversal energy in it. The same way you can have the market be moving faster and have reversal energy, and vice versa. The market can slow down and have quiet energy. The market can also be moving further and have quiet energy, because the moves are holding. So again, you're starting to understand the dynamic of the movement. This is why I tell people, don't worry about trades. People are always focusing the attention on the trades. No. Take the time to gain more understanding and clarity of the market's movement. Start to understand, well, all right, I see what it did here. It went to this level twice. Second time it came up there, it retested it, and it did the same thing it did last time. That's one manifestation of a barrier, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But just because it's doing that does not mean that there is still, or I should say that there is less movement for it to be on another level, which is the next level. Because that barrier that you might see, you're identifying it, but what if the candles are still going through the box? What if the candles are still penetrating the strikes? It's letting you know, okay, there's still too much what? Movement. So even though a barrier or a level in the market was respected, there's still too much movement. This is how you never get confused. So you don't sit here and look at the market one way. You look at the totality of the market. See? It's the totality. It's kind of like when you're driving a car, you only understand how to speed up and slow down. But you don't know how to control when you're going faster, for example. When the car is moving faster, you need more control of the steering wheel. People don't realize this too about when you're moving in the car. The faster you go, you're actually off the ground. You're slightly off the ground. That's how, because the faster that you go, speed is actually defying gravity. Gravity is pulling you to the earth. So when you're going faster, you're going further against gravity, which means that you're physically up off the ground. Not by a lot, but you're off the ground. So just think about that for a second. Like, damn. That means I need to have even more control. You need more steering. You have to be able to control where the car's going now. Like, oh shit, wait. Man, we doing 110? Up, curve is coming up. We got to slow down. See, you can't take the curve at 110. You got to drop down to 75. And lean into the curve. See? And as you drive, you learn how to do that. But most people scared to drive that fast. I mean, personally, I don't even like driving that fast. I'm just, because I like just chilling when I'm driving anyway. 5 miles an hour so everybody sees you. Like Fresh Prince. But y'all get my point. So it's the same dynamic with this market. It's the same thing. And when you focus your attention on that instead of focusing so much on the destination, it's similar also to when you're driving trying to get to where you're going. Oh man, I want to hurry up and get there. Well, why? Oh, because I don't want to be late. Well, you should have left earlier. Think about that. See, if you left early, you wouldn't have to be speeding trying to get there on time. Mm-hmm. Same dynamic. So this is about understanding. This is about planning ahead. Just like when you come on these charts and you start observing, are you planning to take a trade? See, most people are. They're like, all right, man, I'm gonna see what's going on, man. I need a trade, man. I ain't get a trade in a while. You didn't get a trade in a while. Well, no one cares about that. The market definitely don't care about that. So you don't put yourself in danger just because you ain't get a trade in a while. You need to still respect the vehicle. See? You need to have respect for it at all times, regardless. So I'm hoping that, with this dialogue that people are getting a clearer understanding of what they need to focus on. When you observe the market, you literally want the equivalent of what it would be driving in a car. You don't feel the potholes. You're moving at a decent speed, not going fast. Smooth. Just a smooth, nice, clean ride. The equivalent of that is what you're waiting for the market to do. That's how you're waiting for the market to look and to feel. When you look out the window, you got a nice view. You got scenery. And you can see everything because you're not driving fast. And when you're on that open road, there's no bumps or nothing. The suspension is fantastic. You don't feel anything. Feel like you're just driving on air. That's how you want the market to be. The equivalent of that. Not taking turns at 110 miles an hour. See? Not dipping. None of that. And not stop and go. Think about what I'm saying. I'm using these references because you understand what this feels like when you're in a car. You know what it's like when you stop and go in the car? Isn't it annoying? See, you don't want the market to be like that. When you're looking at the market, when you're in the market, you don't want to see stop and go. You don't want to be dipping, right? Smooth ride, clean ride. So this is what our entire process is doing. Our process is keeping us in alignment with waiting for that and not doing anything until that comes. Knowing what it looks like. Because what comes along with it next is once you see it, if a trade comes, once that takes place, you have the confidence to be in that trade. See, what happens with the process that actually is duplicated over and over again, you don't do anything except for that. And any indication of you even thinking about doing anything else That's the deviation itself. Just the fact that you thought about it, like, I wonder if I did this. It's like, no, that's not what we do with this. You see, there is no thought about doing anything else. This is where the discipline comes in. See, so within this skill set, all of these elements that I'm talking about, they are necessary components of what is actually happening on. We just discussed the importance of understanding the vehicle. How are you going to drive it if you don't even understand how it works? How are you trading when you don't understand how the market works? What trade are you attempting to take if you don't even understand the mechanics of the movement? You don't even know why. Okay, I understand why the market did that right there. I understand why the market is staying in the box. Okay, I understand why the market is staying in these small candles that it has on the chart. I get it. I understand why the market is respecting that level that it keeps going to and moving away from. So again, here we are once again, understanding why. So now that you understand why the market is doing what it's doing, you know the outcome. You know the outcome. You know the outcome of what? You know the outcome of what the market's doing already. Well, how do you know? Because it's already doing it. It's already doing it. That's why you need to know what it looks like. So when you see it happen, okay, yeah, it's doing it. Market is doing it. So now if a trade comes, that's going to be my trade. You see? So you see how you didn't have to pick the trade? All you did was recognize the market when it was stable. And we discussed stable. Stable is not one thing. It is a combination of several things. And when you recognize it, when you see it, that's going to be the reason why. Reason why what? The reason why the outcome will be the same each time. What do you mean? The market is already doing what you know it's going to do. You're not predicting it's going to do it. It's already doing it. See, this is what I'm saying about understanding the movement. When you understand the movement, you understand the behavior, you understand what a position change means. For example, you know the difference between a position change and just the market moving all over the place on the chart. Start to understand these things. So take the time to understand these things instead of trying to trade. And that's how you never lose. Hold on. People still confused, wondering like damn, how does Mark gotta lose? He has to lose. Everybody loses. Nope. Sorry, bro. I won't trade before I take a loss. What? Hold on. Hold on. I gotta go warm up my coffee. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. So, by the way, if y'all have questions, please feel free to ask your questions. I can see your comments regardless of what platform you're on. So if you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, you can type into the chat from the platform that you're on, and I'll see it. All right. What I was saying a moment ago was not trading altogether if I'm uncertain about what I'm seeing. You know what that's called? That's called discipline. If you're not certain about what you're seeing, it means you're not fully understanding what you're seeing. So if you're not certain about what you're seeing, don't try to force a trade. And that's what I meant when I said, before I take a trade and lose, I won't trade at all. I don't care what's going on. It doesn't matter. Let me tell you something. Let me just say this, and then I'll go to the comments. I want to put something in perspective. Over the course of a year, if you were averaging 2 trades a week, that would be, we'll say, about 100 trades for the year. And if you add on another 30 trades to that, 30 trades is what it would take to build from one contract. So literally 130 trades over the course of a year is literally going to put you in the 1% of income earners in the country. And I'm talking like this now because people don't understand this. People don't understand this. Listen to what I just said. 130 trades over the course of a year. A year. The market is open 23 hours a day, Monday to Thursday on NADEX. Opens on Sunday at 6, closes on Friday at 4. 23 hours a day for 4 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So you're talking about within an hour, there's 12 opportunities. And I'm just making reference to how many actual opportunities there are. I'm not even referring to actually trading, but just as far as what's potentially available. Because sometimes people will say, well, no, there's no trades. That's ludicrous. You don't realize how long a year is. And you don't realize how the market presents what it does when it wants to do it. The market selects when it wants to do what it wants to do. Your only job is to recognize when the market presents stability on the levels that we need it to be on. Because that's how you'll know the outcome of a trade if it comes. That happens way more than 130 times in a year. So your little brain is only processing things day to day. Oh, I didn't get a trade today. I didn't get a trade in 3 days. I didn't get a trade this week. I didn't get a trade last week. Oh, it's been a month. I'm just giving you examples. Regardless of how long the market takes to present the stability that you need, you wait for it. I don't give a shit how long the market decides to take. Don't go switching to another market just because your market hasn't done it yet. Listen to me. 130 trades for the year. The market is going to present way more than that. Again, I repeat, it's going to present a lot more than that. Just that has you in the 1%. People don't get it. People think that when we trade, it's like a job, and it's not. Job check every week, every 2 weeks. Here, we're creating our own paycheck. The paycheck is so big, it don't matter how much time is in between the checks. Oh, hold on, man. Wait. Did you hear what I just said? With this skill, your checks is so big, it don't matter how much time is in between. Had to take a sip. Crazy, man. Crazy. It's funny too, because I do a lot of different things, right? I give you an example. Sometimes when I start a project, I'll be doing other shit in between. This is just my nature, because I'm never going to just do one thing when I know that doing whatever's needed at the time is going to help someone else. So literally what I'll do at times, depending on what's going on, I might be in the middle of doing something and I'll pause it to help somebody else. Literally. And I won't even talk about it. I won't say nothing. I just do it in the background. Now, what people will do is, because people that are always looking and watching and wishing and hoping, they're studying me. They're looking. And I give you the perfect example now of what I'm referring to. I forgot when it was. This might have been either a week or two ago. But it was sometime in the last 2 weeks. Somebody had made a comment on the last Project Freedom video that I did. I think it's for Trade 25. So the guy was like, "Oh, what happened to the project? Did you lose?" So he automatically assumes that because I haven't posted for the project that I lost. And this is what I mean about how people study and they look. I ain't lose. No. See, the thing is, you hoping that I did, because then what the person will do is say, "Oh, I knew it. I knew you wasn't perfect." But it has nothing to do with me being perfect in the first place. I'm just way more disciplined than you. I got way more skill than you do. And your problem is that you won't bow down. That's your problem. You refuse to submit. See? So because you won't submit, you're missing out. You got to just sit back now and wait until I'm ready to release the next video. Now you wait for me. Again, mind you, what I do is I interrupt and put shit on pause all the time to help somebody else. Because I'm always about the collective. If you notice, the things that I do is never for me. I'm not doing the project to begin with for me. I'm like, you need to take the time now to study what I've already done and given to you. See? Instead of waiting for the next shiny ball to come, because that's what it represents for you. Anytime I release something and put something out, people are looking at it as a shiny ball. It's the same ball. It's not a new one. Whoa. Come on, man. You got to pay attention to what's happening here. You got to pay attention, man. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that because I do recall that somebody had mentioned that. And I'm like, you know what? These people just don't get it. Like, y'all are still doing the same shit y'all was doing in 2017. This is 2021. 2020. It's the same people that was doing the same type of silliness 4 years ago. 2017. When I first started uploading videos, people was doing that. They was mad I was in Starbucks. Who does this guy think he is? Sitting in Starbucks. He's on demo. Then I start showing a live account and showing the balance too. Oh, he's not on demo. Fuck. Well, he's gonna lose eventually. You ain't seen a loss yet. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, let me come in the comments. Oh man. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, the Don DeMarco. Smack. Walker said the fattest fish in the sea don't eat on a schedule, but that belly stays full because the ocean is abundant with the goods. Whoa. Whoa. Come on now. Man. That's it right there. See, and that's the thing. Now, understand why there's abundance. There's abundance because we have the ability to fill the belly. See? That's all it is. Mo said that alone is enough for me not to give up. Come on now. Come on. Yeah, they definitely stuck in 2017. Oh, man. Stuck in the mud. Crazy. Yeah, man. But, you know, that example that I gave about 130 trades for the year, that's just to help you to put it in perspective. I've had weeks, literally, where I had 10 trades. I have weeks where I haven't had any. I didn't trade at all last week. It gets to the point also where if you don't feel like doing it, you don't have to. Now I'm going to chill. I ain't going to do nothing. I'm going to just observe. I ain't going to do nothing. I'm going to chill. You can say that and actually do it. But because of your ability, when that trade comes, come on now. That trade comes, there go another month of bills paid. Man, oh man. Oh, I remember saying this. Your account don't get into position until you do. Come on now. It's always too early to quit. Sadiq is funny. Alvin, what's good? Peace and love. So it's very interesting when you actually begin to start understanding the dynamic of the market, because now you can actually turn trading into your profession. And I spoke on this last week, just in general, about how I want to just continuously put out this content so that more and more people begin to see that this is a real profession. This is not a game. And it really used to piss me off a lot. It doesn't really piss me off anymore because I know that this content is actually making a difference. The more that, there is of this information, the more people will begin to recognize that, nah, this is not a game. This is serious business. This is serious business. And it ain't about getting rich fast. It's not about scamming. It's not about all of this stuff that people associate with trading and the investment world. I don't really focus my energy on putting something else down in order to make what I'm doing look better. But the one thing that is needed is for the attention to be taken off of nonsense so that you can focus on the validity of this being a real profession. Now, what do I mean by that? People automatically default to what? Signals, strategies. But you're not taking the time to actually learn how the market works. And because of that, you're putting yourself in the worst position that you could be in. Not a good position. It's like short-term thinking versus long-term thinking. You want a job or you want a profession? See? Everybody can get a job. You can get a job working wherever. But when you have a profession, it means that you're a professional. It means that you actually have skill with what you're doing. And that's why certain professions pay the way that they do. Come on now, give me an amen. Everybody ain't a brain surgeon. Everybody not a lawyer. Everybody ain't an engineer, are they? Everybody don't work for NASA. Certain people work at these places. Certain people do these type of things. These are professions. Anything requiring skill is a profession. Everybody's not a plumber. Hold on. Think, come on now, don't put that down. Everybody's not a, let me tell you something, plumbers get paid well. Hold on. Plumbers get paid well. Don't look down on plumbers. See, like people will think, oh, so he's just a plumber. No, he's a plumber. You're not. He can make his own paycheck. Hello? That's a skill set. Come on, man. Come on. So you could play around if you want. Waste your time thinking that this is something that's a game and that's play. Or you can tune in, pay attention, take notes, and learn. Stop playing with this, man. This is nothing to be played around with. I tell people all the time, I'm like, listen, y'all over there playing with crypto and all this other shit. I don't play around with none of this stuff. Oh, Mark, do you dabble in the stock market? No, I don't dabble in anything. I'm a professional. Shit. And until you realize that that's what it is that's going on here, that's on you. I joke and I laugh and we have fun and all that, but I don't do that because I can. But I get to the bag first. I'm on here laughing and joking. I made money already. What you talking about? Oh boy. Anyway. Take it serious, man. Take it serious. Stop playing with this. Yeah, this is very, very true. I'll be looking for them sometimes. I'll be like, where the trolls at? I ain't seen the troll in a minute. D said some of them joined. That's funny. Yeah, and that is going to change. Yeah, it's going to change in Google. But I tell you what, when you type TeamAlliance in Google, it ain't no bullshit popping up. That's a fact. Go type it in right now. See what comes up. Mm-hmm. Torre, what's up, man? Yep, and this is just over the course of a few years. Imagine when TeamAlliance is 10 years in. Come on, man. Change the whole dynamic of trading. See, this is another thing too. Like people, they will think, oh, well, yeah, but you just bigging up NADEX and you must be getting a cut from them or something. No, I don't get no cut from NADEX. NADEX is just the best. See? You have to know what you're doing for one, and you have to know where you can do it. NADEX is the best platform that we can use, period. Period. You don't know that because you don't know anything. What's NADEX? Go to nadex.com and find out. Well, how long have they been around? Go find out. Are they regulated? Yes. In fact, the only regulated platform in the USA, period. Got me stuttering and shit. People get on my nerves. They just ask stupid shit. Are they regulated? Come on, man. Stop. J. Carly comes up when you type it in. She should. As she should. Right. Right. That's what I'm talking about. Melanie said you can look down on the plumber until you can't flush your toilet, and then you see what's up. Exactly. Look at what Taman said. NADEX customer service is awesome. They called me multiple times just to check on me to see how I'm liking the platform. See? Come on, man. They do good business. So again, man, that's what all of this is about for us. And the more and more that you are exposed to this information coming from TeamAlliance, the more that you're becoming educated. Like, this is not just me talking. If you listen to everything I talk about, it actually is giving you information and it's educating you on what it is that we're doing specifically on this platform. Because I don't know about you, but someone tells me that there is the potential to do something and I'm in control, I'm listening. You don't have to tell me twice about that. I'm listening. And that's a lot of people's problem. They don't listen. That's why you got two ears and one mouth. So you listen more than you talk. Listen more than you talk. Some got disconnected. Hopefully not. Yeah, it's a fact though. That's true. That's true. Yep. I have tremendous respect for anyone that has a trade and a skill set that they use. Like shit, they got money for life. You kidding me? That's a permanent income. Permanent. Yeah, but this definitely separates, as far as the potential and the income that you're going to earn as a result of acquiring the skill set. That's why you need to take the time to acquire the skill set. Acquire the skill set. Stop trying to take pieces and bits of what I'm talking about and what I'm teaching and trying to trade with it. You need the skill, not pieces. You don't become a professional with pieces. Mr. James says, Brother Mark Fuller, you changed my life. I guarantee that NADEX pays out without a problem. They sure do. And I appreciate that, Mr. James. This is life-changing stuff. Really is. Just like we was talking about last week. If it took you years to do it. Like, people's arguments are just ludicrous to me. I'm like, why you keep talking about that? Oh, it's gonna take too long. What does that even mean? It's gonna take too long. Like, what are you talking about? It's gonna take you 4 years to graduate college, and then when you come out with your degree, that don't guarantee you shit. I'm just saying. I'm not taking a shot at it. It's a fact. The one thing you will have if you didn't get a scholarship is debt. And you can't cancel them student loans either. You're going to have to pay that, bro. That's it. Right. See? Look, I was just talking about college. Here she go. Jay Carly said, Plumber isn't different from us. Chose a trade over a 4-year college to make this money that they want. Exactly. Come on, man. And again, I'm not downplaying college at all. I think you should go if you know what you want to do. But you need a plan with that. Because it can be very open-ended, and you could have just spent 4 years pursuing a degree that's not going to have you where you want to be at the end of 4 years. Especially if that's all that you want to do. You know, but of course you got professional students. They just go to school. Again, I'm not taking a shot. I'm just saying. And you know, and it's different strokes for different folks. But I know that that's one thing that people bring up as an argument against learning a skill set. And I don't see it. To me, you can't compare. The only way you're going to be able to compare is if you go into school to become a doctor or an engineer. Then I'll be like, you know what? I understand. Do your thing. But to be honest, if you're not going for that, and even if you're doing that, those are professions, but you still are working for somebody else. So the dynamic is still different. What I'm talking about, what we do, you could be anywhere. You could be in a bed. I'm just saying, man. You can be in the bed or you can be on the toilet. You can be in the car, be at the mall, supermarket. Anyway, Paleys, remember you have an edge with TA. No one really knows this info, so take full advantage, not just for money, but for your physical and mental health. Yes. Very good. Very good. Angel says, Mark even tells you to take money out of the account, make your balance 100, only grow that. With the starting amount being 250, you can see it's no scam when you take your 150 out. Bingo. It all works. Everything works. Everything. Shots. He said the general want to be trade in public. He said if you don't stop asking stupid questions, you don't deserve the coaching. Very true. Yeah, some people don't deserve it because they refuse to not be stupid. Or I should say they refuse to continue to be stupid. Yep. So they do stupid stuff. That's that rich dad, poor dad right there. Mm-hmm. Get out the E quadrant. My man Robert Kiyosaki. Angel says society brainwashed people into thinking that you can get a doctor, lawyer, or you can get doctor or lawyer money without being a doctor or lawyer. Mm-hmm. They also brainwash you to thinking that getting money has to be hard. Crazy, man. Look at this. Look what Griffin says. engineer and a business analyst. I still work for someone. Working for someone is not financial freedom. That's why I'm learning and watching. Come on now. See, I don't know what y'all thought this was. I don't know what y'all think it is. Mm-mm-mm. See what the range of this is. 6. Range is still 6. You see what I'm doing, right? I'm looking at the range of the candle. So these two candles coming in at 6 still. So you kind of see just from what the market has been doing since I've been on. You know, like for example, here in this area, the market been in the box in this area for, well, I use this candle here because the first one that stayed in the box was this one. So I'll say from 117 to 127. So this is 10 minutes. About 2 binaries. Back here was in the box for a little while too. In this area. So let's see, that was for 1244 until about 102. So like 15. So about 3 binaries. So 3 binaries here, 2 binaries there. So you're seeing the box start to be respected because the market is staying inside of it for longer periods of time. And of course, that's one component of the stability that we're waiting to see. We also want to see the tighter range. So just now, that's why I looked at what the range was for these. Range is still in the 6 micropip area. We want it tighter than that. And I would say all of this movement, this is still just position change for the most part, because the market is doing, it's ranging. It's just not tight enough yet, but it's ranging and it's staying in the box for longer periods. So you see, like even me having this discussion with y'all know what I'm talking about. Other people have no clue what I'm talking about. And that's what I mean as far as the difference. Because this is something powerful that when you understand it, you begin to see why I'm always winning. You begin to see why people in the group are elevating their understanding of the skill set and they're winning. See? Because winning is the outcome. But we understand the real outcome. The outcome is what the market does, how it's moving. You'll know the outcome of a trade because you know the outcome of the market's movement. That's hard. That's hard. Come on now. "30-day mental strength plan to create discipline." She says $44. Oh man. No, she's joking. She said it's free. That's a good idea though. I like that. 30-day mental strength. Because we know that mindset is the first thing that we are working on anyway. Yep. In case anyone forgot. Sadiq says, don't forget to join. Jamal said, T is the path to freedom. Facts. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Paley's more time, focus on things that you have to work on to build yourself up. Yep. Melanie, I'm still trying to figure this one out. She says, why don't people realize that this is the shortcut to freedom? How can you say that you don't have time for that?
What you talking about, Willis?
I don't know what they talking about. I don't know what they be talking about. Jay Carly said, because they don't believe it's possible and they will never put in the work necessary to succeed. You know, something else that I realized too, the more that I think about it, it's the same reason why there's a 1%. Ooh, this is hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. It's the same reason why there's a 1% to begin with. Because if you think about it, it's like, wow, let me think about this for a minute. People in that 1%, even people in the top 5%. I would say if you're in the top 5% or lower, so that's anywhere from 5 down. Because to be in the top 5, you got to be, I think, at 120,000 a year, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's 10. Is it 10%? Might be 10%. I think 5% is actually 300-something thousand. So even 10%, if you in the top 10% or lower, you're doing great. Like if you're in the top 10%, you're doing great. If you're in the top 5%, you're free. If you're in the top 1%, you're rich. So you see the levels? So that freedom level, that's where you want to be positioned, to be financially free. And the reason that you want that is so that you're not limited with what it is that you want to do. See, some people have dreams and things that they want to do, but they're not in the position to do it. Just imagine being in the position to do the stuff that you're dreaming about. I'm just saying. So I do understand why people, there's so few people, because people think that it's way more than it is. Everybody think everybody make 100,000 a year, and they don't at all. 90% of everybody's not making 100,000. Do y'all understand? 90%. So 9 out of 10 people don't make that. But everybody thinks that everybody makes that. No. Listen, the average man, the average single man earns $42,000 a year. The average. So that means you're living average. Nothing wrong with that. Listen to me. I'm not trying to insinuate that there's something wrong with it. It is what it is. There was a time when I made that much. And you can be average and still be extraordinary, because what you're doing is going to have you one day not average. That was me. So I never thought average. I never even acted average. I always acted extraordinary, because in my mind, I already knew where I was going. I'm like, yeah, I'm here now, but listen, my time is coming. And for me, it happened. It happened pretty early, because I was retired from the workforce. How old was I? 2006, and this is 2021. So how old was I in 2006? 28, because I was born 78, 2006. Yeah, I was 28. So I retired from the workforce at age 28. Under 30. Hold up. Before 30, I was retired from the workforce and I was in the 10%. Come on now. Before 30. Now, let me break that down. No. How long did it take it? How long did that take me? Years. I started at age 12. How long? How many years is that? What's 12 to 28? That's 16 years. Y'all pay attention, man. 16 years. You got to understand that's work that I put in. I didn't just snap my fingers and retire when I was 28. I didn't just snap my fingers and do that. 16 years. This is why I always put things in perspective for y'all. Because people always think that it's sweet and that they are entitled to shit. No. Took me that long. I had no mentor, had no guidance at all. Had to figure it out myself. Went through the whole financial industry and learned about the financial markets on my own. Come on, man. Come on. See, people don't think like this. You can't discount me being 12 years old. I'm 12, 13, 14. Oh, he's a little dude. No, I'm not. I'm putting in work. Come on, man. And here you are, you grown. You 30. You 20, you 25, 27, 30, 35 now. And got the blueprint for it. Whoa. You got the blueprint for it. From me. And you telling me you can't do it? Took me 16 years. All right, I'm done with that. I talk like this to try to help people understand, man. So all that complaining and all, oh, it's hard. I don't know if I could do it. I don't have the time. Get out of here. Get out of here. This is why you got 90% of everybody not in the 10%. 95% not in the 5%. You see why now? Perspective, man. Perspective. And I take it even a step further. So from 28, and I'm 43 now. So I'll say from 28 to 40 is what? 12 years? So from 28 to 40, took me another 12 years to get into 5%. Whoa. Another 12 years to get into 5%. How many years is that? 12 plus 16. That's 30 years. Come on, man. Thinking that I just started doing shit. Oh, he just be on there talking. You need to be on here listening. Got the whole blueprint laid out now. The blueprint is copy paste. That's why this is exactly why when people be complaining, I don't talk to them no more. I'd be like, nope, don't ask me nothing. If you're going to complain, you can't talk to me. We got a troll. What's up, Phil? Shout out to Phil, man. All right. Finally got a troll in here. Yeah, the pleasure's all mine. This is all facts. Yep. And that's what happens. If you put the work in, that's how you get the results and the outcome. You want that instant gratification in the microwave and all of that? You ain't going to have it. You ain't going to get it. Nobody gets it. Yep. And that's what it is. Look at what Alvin says. Being above average requires a new mindset. Come on now. You talked them up, Jay Carly? We damn sure did. Shawnee said, getting up in the morning and being your own boss is, of course, going to take work and patience. You got to want it bad. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. And it's crazy, too, because when I think back, I remember saying to myself, I said, I'm going to be retired before I reach 30. I wrote it out and had it on my wall. Retired before 30. That's what it said on the wall. And I was retired by 28. No job since. But anyway. This is starting to look good now. This is looking a lot better. So do y'all see now how when you have the movement the way that we need it to be, you start to see how the position changes are simply just moving the market to another place. And when you have the other components start to play their position, like the box and like the range, you'll start to see the market remaining in the box for longer, and you'll start to see the market tighten up for longer. And that's what it is the majority of the time. When you're observing, you're seeing how the market just transitions into that. See? And I mean, it's second nature. Like, just the entire time that we've been on here for, all I've been doing is just glancing at the market. I'm not even looking at this screen. Literally, I got a whole nother screen up. I'm actually watching The Wire. Season 4. While I'm doing the live observation and talking to y'all. And watching the market. Yeah, everybody not ready. And that's the whole point. That is the whole point. Yeah, the vibe is not everybody. Yeah, that's what it is. You got to already be on the vibe. And I say that time and time again. You got to be on the vibe before you even come here. And that's why when people come here and they act up, it's like, man, you have no idea what you're missing. But they be the types that let opportunities pass them by in life anyway. So it ain't nothing new for them. Courtney, becoming great means doing extraordinary things. How much time are you spending observing and learning and training? Exactly. Exactly. Another thing too that probably just overall I see online. I've seen them. I probably don't see them as much as I used to. Seems like there's less of them now. But sometimes they'll have these channels up where there might be some type of robot or like taking automated trades. And they'll have a lot of people watching, 100, 150, 200, 500, maybe 1,000. A lot of people are watching. And I'm like, I always was curious. I'm like, man, I wonder why people just sit here watching this. And I see what they're doing. They're sitting there trying to get the trades that the robot is taking. Again, laziness. You're literally sitting there watching something enter into trades, not understanding why it's taking trades at all. And then you're taking the same trades. So when people say, oh, do you do signals? No, I don't. Because signals are not teaching you anything. If you learn the skill that I'm teaching you, you become the signal. You become the signal. See? So the same thing that you thought you were looking for, you turn into it. If someone is giving you signals and telling you when to take a trade or when to enter, oh, we're going to enter here and blah, blah, blah. Are you really thinking that you're going to be able to build your account that way? Even if the signals were spot on and they won, and you're consistently taking them, what happens if something happens to the provider of the signals? Let's say that the signal provider is 100% accurate, and then they decide to sell their strategy to somebody else. And I'm not doing signals no more. Somebody's willing to pay me $500,000 for this, so I'm selling it. No more signals. It's like it's so many different things that can happen that will stop it. Where is your ability to trade? If that's what you're relying on, if something happens to interrupt that, even if it does work, and it don't be working, that's the point that I'm making also. It doesn't work because you can't consistently be profitable when you trade that way. Signal might come late. You didn't get to enter at the same price, whatever the case may be. All of these different variables are involved in that, and they all are contributing to the reason why you can't succeed that way. So again, what are you learning? Nothing. You're just hoping that the signals work, and if they do work, you're hoping nothing happens to the provider of the signals. That's a lot of hope. That's it. Signal was like depending on the gold digger that knows nothing about market movement. Exactly. Exactly. You still don't know nothing. So, because and I don't know why people also think that you're learning while you're earning. I'm like, well, what are you learning? If you're getting signals, what are you learning? You're really not learning anything. And if the signals are not consistent, what are you earning? Huh? It sounds more like you burning. Mm-mm-mm. Sound more like you burning. Oh, Uncle Phil. Uncle Phil says, I sit on my ass and listen. Wait, no, he says, only signal you give is sit on your ass, listen to you whilst you get into the mode of loving to hear your own voice on repeat. That's funny. Come on, Uncle Phil. You could do better. That's all you got? No, it's all good. It's all good, Taman. It's all good. We actually spoke up the trolls today, so welcome. Yeah, that's the best coming with for right now. Nah, he ain't gonna be disrespectful. He know what it is. He gonna just try to get under somebody's skin, but that's what the trolls do, man. Yo, this be funny too because I don't even be saying anything. It don't be me. So Phil, when you see the responses, just know it's not me saying anything. It's not me, man. This is just the community here. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, the trolls they don't be coming. They don't be going hard no more. They be coming in real light now. They be coming in real light. They used to kind of get busy. They be chilling now. So again, if you guys had questions, especially if you're new and this is like your first time being here, if you had questions about the NADEX platform or about just anything in general concerning the markets, please feel free to ask. Shout out to everybody on Twitter. Make sure that you retweet over there so that this can go out to more folks. Shout out to everybody on Facebook also. Make sure that you follow the TeamAlliance page, and also join the public TeamAlliance Facebook group as well. And of course, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications, all of that good stuff. This is all funny shit. This is hilarious. What's your win rate?
What you talking about, Willis?
This is why I be liking the trolls because they come in and they don't know what they be coming into sometimes. It's like a den of wolves in here waiting for you. Just waiting. Mm-mm-mm. Hilarious. Yep, but 130 trades for the year, man. 130 trades. That's the 1% right there. Raid. Said he got his cockroach spray. That's hilarious. Yo, do you remember the Roach Motel back in the day? There was an actual product called the Roach Motel. And what it was a box. All it was a box with a glue trap in it. And I mean, man, that thing was the Roach Motel for real though. Like if you had infestation of roaches, which a lot of people did, especially if you lived in the projects, and you put that thing down, that thing would be flooded with roaches. And I think they used to say, yeah, roaches check in, but they don't check out. I think that that was their motto in the commercial. Yeah, but it was called a Roach Motel. And it was a little brown box. Yup. Oh, this is good. Thank you. Finally, Phil. You know what? I'm gonna give you shots for that one. Come on, Phil. That's a good one. He said that what gave you the idea for the box on the chart. That was pretty good, Uncle Phil. That was good, man. Excuse me. Okay, yeah, this is a good question. The two candle stability. Okay, yeah, I'll speak on that. Yep, I will talk about that. That's a good question. So what Shani is making reference to is when you're looking at the market activity inside the box. So as a matter of fact, let me zoom in so we can see. Excuse me. This is actually a good example because the position change here. Let me mark this. So where that is, the market change position here. And now the activity of the market is inside the box, right? With this being the first candle that enters the new box, the subsequent candles are setting up potentially not only the range, but also a potential barrier. And as a matter of fact, let's take a look and see what the actual range is of the candles after the position change. So right here, the first one is 6 micropips. You see high to low? So that one is 6. This one here is 5. Yeah, 9 minus 4 is 5. So 5 there. And then you had type 1 there. And this one is probably 5 too. Yep, this one is 5. Current one is 5. So you can see that the range is 5. And the actual overall movement is starting to make an attempt to tighten up. And this is not the best example to use for what Shani is asking, but basically once the market has repositioned itself, so from this candle, let's assume that after it repositioned on this candle, that it started to create a barrier on the next 2 candles. Question is, do you need 2 or do you need 3 or however many candles do you need to solidify that there's a barrier there? And the answer to that is you need a minimum of 2. So it's not that you're waiting for there to be 2 and then you're ready to enter. But you want there to be at least 2, because how would you be able to know if there's a barrier being created if there's not more than one revisit to the barrier? So say, for example, you got the reposition of the market here. That's a position change. So we know we don't count that. The first candle after that is here, this red one. Barrier there is at 3-4. Next candle, the barrier there is at 3-4. And I'm looking at the low of the candle. So now you got 2 candles. And let's assume that we already know that there's an existing range, meaning that the market is already showing range behavior. That's already the case. Now, you got 2 candles, and these are subsequent candles that follow the position change. So because these 2 are showing the same barrier, you know that that barrier is what the market needs to respect on subsequent candles. So now, if that position change took place at a time when you could actually apply the parameters as well, the question is, well, would you need 2 or would you need 3 candles? And in that instance, you would need a minimum of 2. It doesn't necessarily have to be 3, but the more candles that you have that respect the barrier, the better. So just looking at everything that we're looking at now, let's just look at this. If you look at the market here, 3-4, this one was 3-6, you had 3-5 here. Here you had 3-5. So up to this candle right here, the barrier was respected all the way across, because the barrier is 3-4. It was respected here, here, here. On this one, you see that the market temporarily went lower than that barrier, and it also stayed above, or I should say, stayed within the box. So it's like, okay, does this mean something? This does mean something, because the reason that the market ultimately stayed in the box, even though it violated this barrier, is because there is a buffer between the candles and the strike. See, I'm explaining the why. It's like, well, man, it broke the barrier, but it stayed in the box. Right. And you understand why. It's because even though this movement overshot, there's a buffer between here and the strike. And that buffer is exactly where you see the wick. If you look at where this candle opened, I bet you it opened at 3-4. And I didn't even look at it yet. But I can tell just visually by looking at it. Let's see where it opened at. Look at where it opened. 3-4. So it opened at 3-4. When as low as 3-1, which is literally above the strike. So now you see why I talk about the buffer in between the candles and the strike also. The closer that the candles are to the strike, the less that you want the range to be, because if the candles are that close to the strike, there needs to be less movement overall. But right now, we're just looking at the barrier. And if you look at the barrier in this instance, look at how the market respected the barrier. And even when it violated the barrier, it respected the buffer in between. This is how powerful this is. Because it's like, whoa, look at that shit. It went to the bottom of the box and still stayed in the box. Yes. Because the market is letting us know it's respecting the barrier that it's creating. Even when it overshot, it still respected the buffer too. So hopefully that's a good explanation of that. It wasn't the best one to use, but I'm actually glad that the market is moving this way, because you get to see why I talk about the buffer and the barrier and all of this stuff. And it starts to make more sense to you just through observation. So it's not a question of, oh, well, what, could we have taken a trade there? Well, there was no trade to take, first of all, because we don't have everything. What we're looking at is the market positioning itself to present us with everything, but it hasn't done it yet. See? So if you don't have the patience to wait until the market presents everything, how are you going to have the patience to wait for the market to give you a winning trade? You can't even wait for the winning behavior. See? So this is where everybody that comes around talking about what I'm teaching and I'm not showing anything and I'm not doing anything, you don't understand the market at all. And if you paid attention to what I'm teaching you, you might win some trades. You might start developing the right habits so that you stop losing. You just might. But you need to pay attention. And it's fun and jokes and all of that. I know some people come around and they troll or whatever, but I mean, this is even for people that troll. Take what I'm talking about seriously. Take it seriously, because this shit is relevant to what the market is about. And your problem is you don't understand the market. That's why you're not succeeding. That's why. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It don't have nothing to do with the platform. Oh, well, crypto's better. Nobody cares about crypto. Nobody cares. I'm talking about NADEX. And I'm talking about understanding the market so that you understand why you would be in a trade to begin with. Because until you understand that, none of this shit makes sense. It don't even make sense for you to waste your money. So hopefully that'll be helpful. Yep. Restart the cockroach observation. That's funny. Oh, man. You're going in on Phil, huh? Look, this is funny. He said, I think Phil's a woman. And Angel said, don't disrespect women like that. Wow, that's funny. Oh shit, he called you Dumbos? Oh snap. This the response to that. Oh man, you want to start the name calling, huh? See, this is what I'm saying. You need to pay attention, man. Yeah, because he don't know any better. He don't understand what I just talked about is gonna help him to stop losing. Just stop it. Eshaw, it is my pleasure. Indeed. That's right. And I make sure that that's already that's always the case, always on deck. That is so true. Because there are many people that come around that really want to learn the skill. Yep. Alex, how do you know how large of a box or barrier to draw on the chart? The box is just simply the top and the lower strike. So you see these horizontal lines going across. All I do is just and I'll delete it. So I'm gonna just draw a new one. Matter of fact, let me delete everything. Delete all drawings. All right, so I'm gonna just draw a new box. So you go to the tool and you go to rectangle, and I just start at where I see the candle penetrate the nearest strike. So that would be here. So you see this one? So I start here and I start drawing the box. And all I'm doing is taking the box from this strike price up to this one. And then I'm moving it across like that. And that's the box. So the bottom of the box is the lowest strike price, and the top of the box is the one that's above, which is the high strike price. So right now the market, excuse me, is separated by 2 pips between 8 a.m. and 12:05 p.m. The market is separated by 4. So you won't have this strike in the middle like you see here. There will be more space in between. It'll be 4 pips apart instead of 2. So you just, if that's the case, it'll just be this big, because this would be the top one and then the bottom one would still be here. You see? So you just, all you're doing is just drawing the box where you see the strike prices, the top and the bottom of the 2 most relevant ones. So for example, now that the market moved up above here, outside of this box, I would just simply move this box up here now. And this would be the new box. See? Because this is where the market activity is. So the box really is just showing you visually where the market's activity is, and that's where you want your box to be. So as soon as you see the market penetrate either the top or the bottom, that's when you relocate the box, because you want the activity to be inside of the box. So you just need to know where the activity is, and that's why you'll see me move the box to the right. Because if the market penetrates either strike, either the bottom or the top of the box, I'm going to relocate the box so that the activity I'm seeing is only contained inside of the box. But that was a good question. Yep, my pleasure. %, very crystal clear. Crystal clear. What I'm explaining here is crystal clear. You're getting tired of Phil. Oh man. Well, was he disrespectful? If he not disrespectful, just leave him. He'll go away. If he says something crazy, then you know what it is. But as long as they don't, as long as you're not disrespectful, you control all you want. You control all you want, man. He said, please don't time me out. But no, for real though, Phil, what would make this a better experience for you is to actually, if you do have questions or you got something to say, let it be valuable, instead of trying to take shots at me or anyone else here, because you're not really gonna get nowhere doing that. Because as you can see, I just ignore the nonsense after a while, and I'm only going to engage with the people that are here to learn something. You know, so like I said, if you want to keep trolling, feel free, but just don't, you know, keep it respectful. Mr. James, when you getting back in training, man? When are you getting back into training? I'm just poking with James. But let me see what he asked. On a candle as it moves across the boundaries but terminates in the same, the wick pokes up or down, the box stays or moves. If the market touches it at all, move the box. I move the box. Wicks included. So like right now, for example, where should I have the box? I'm going to have it here. Or sometimes I'll just leave it to the right until I see where the market actually decides to go. Because right now it's hugging the strike price. It's hugging that line. So it doesn't really know what it wants to do right now. So far, it looks like it's going to be under. So I'll just move the box right there like that. And then move this over so that I'm only seeing activity inside the box. See, so that way I always have my visual experience. Phil, take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. This is a fact. This is a fact. She ain't lying. Trying to figure out which shades to put on. That's a fact. Ryan, what's going on? He says, glad to see more and more people getting with the vibe. He says, by far, Mark, you are the best mindset market coach I've come across. Trust me, I have looked. I appreciate it, Ryan, for sure. For sure. I did a podcast talking about mentorship. Man, if y'all didn't see that, y'all need to watch that. That was good. That was good. Let me see which episode that was. That I think it was it the last one? No, it was 2 episodes again. It was episode 41. How good mentorship ensures success on NADEX. Man, if y'all didn't catch that, y'all need to watch that for real. That's good. I didn't realize how powerful and necessary mentorship really is, I think, until this year. I used to not be offended, but I used to feel like, you know, stop calling me a mentor because I'm not here for that. But actually, that is what I'm doing. I didn't realize that, though, at first. It actually took me a while to realize that because in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm just sharing what I know. But I realized that when you are creating a base of knowledge and information, and then you share that with people, the people that you share it with that grow and elevate as a result of that, they now become part of it. This is what TA is. So you guys that have joined and you guys that are training and elevating, you're a part of it now. It's like you're an extension of me. So now every time someone comes into the group, even if I'm not there, they still get the mentorship. And that's crazy. So even in my absence, if I'm not around all day, I'm still around all day. Man, oh man. I'm around all day, even when I'm not here. Come on now. Come on now. Powerful stuff. Yeah, Osmond, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You're given specific instructions to follow when you sign up. 100%. Exactly which videos to watch every day. The recommended training to watch that I give every evening. And that's not even including like, coffee and charts or live market observation or the podcast. That's just training. Having access to the group chat, learning how to record, which is necessary. That's part of our training. You gotta start recording. You have to. That's not optional. Gotta start recording. Definitely, Ryan. Angel's funny. They be getting on your nerves, huh? Yeah, y'all be ready to go in, man. That's why I always tell people to, if you come around trolling, it's cool. Just be respectful. That's all. Cause you're gonna catch it. I don't even gotta say nothing. Like I said, even if I'm not here. You in the lion's den. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope that people are influenced. That's for sure. Yep, 100%. I like that. Fine-tuned. You'll definitely be in great hands. And this is why TA is what it is. See? Make sure y'all remember this. You come for the fam, it's over for you. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good and it's all love here. People are here to learn, and that's what's happening. And it's nothing is going to stop or interfere with that at all. At all. It's all good. Yeah, definitely patience. Definitely. Look, Jay Cardi she always ready to go. She talking about take him off. Take him off. Warning. Yeah, it's at least it's at least like 5 to 10 people here. Yeah, y'all don't want to smoke with them for real. I can't even stop them. So y'all just need to relax. Just relax. Yeah, the trolls don't make it past 50 comments. Not even 50. It may not even go that far. I'll say 25. After 25 comments, they be ready to get out of here. Yeah, they be ready to go, man. They be booking. Lamar, what's happening? Came in here hurt, right? Stacy, what you talking about? Oh, who are the 10? Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know exactly who y'all are. Shit. Oh man, the wolves. Yep, but man. So what else can I cover? I think that was pretty much it. I addressed several things that I wanted to talk about today. If you missed the beginning of this live stream today, you gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. I will be recommending this tonight as the live training. So y'all already know what it is. Yes, Sadiq, definitely top 5. Definitely top 5. Top 5 dead or alive. Oh snap, look who's here. Look who's here. Look at Ab, what's up? Ab, what's going on, man? Jay Carly spoke him up today, boy. Look, Sadiq ain't even giving him a chance. Oh, snap. Oh, man, y'all crazy. Ab, what's good with you, man? Yeah, definitely plenty of training. Plenty of that, absolutely. Yo, Ab is my man. That's my dude right there. Yo, he be cracking me up. Oh, man. Ab, what you got today, man? What's up? He gonna say something crazy. Watch. He gonna say some funny stuff. Here for some observations. What you think about the market right now? What's going on with the market? Y'all wait for it. Yeah, there you go. Let's go, Ab. Let's go, Ab. Oh man, this is shit right here, yo. This makes my day, man. This is so good. I want to see what he says there. What's up, man? Let's go. Oh man, this is hilarious. Come on, give me something, man. He said no trade for now. All right. All right, cool. I thought you was about to go in. Anytime he say, give me a sec, he going in. Oh man, there was a I forgot when it was. It was a while back. I was on here one day. Jay Carly probably remember this more vividly than anybody. And Ab was going hard. He was giving a morph. And I think he said he had took a trade. And we were like, all right, what trade? He hit me with that. He was like, yo, give me a second. Let me check my email. I was like, yo, what strike was it? He was like, wait, hold on. He's like, y'all talking too fast. Ab is hilarious, man. Yeah, Stacy remember Ab too. He was like, yo, hold on, let me check my email. I was like, man, what strike price was it? He's like, wait, I'm gonna tell you in a minute. Hold on. Oh man. Now, shout out to Ab, though. Real cool guy, man. Yeah, right. Yeah, you remember. You said he was sweating. Oh, my goodness. Hilarious. All right, y'all. So we've been on here 2.5 hours. That's a lot. I didn't even realize we were on here for that long. Yeah, man. Ab is good. Ab is good with us. Absolutely. Always welcome. All right, y'all. So let me get up out of here. Definitely appreciate that. See, this is why I rock with Ab. See that? All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. I will see you guys on the next live. What's today? Monday. I'll probably be doing the podcast either tomorrow or Wednesday. I got something I want to talk about. It's gonna be good as usual. I'll do a live market observation or another coffee and charts or whatever. I try to keep it consistent this week and do one every day. All right. And the training is coming also for the barrier. So actually, yeah, I might do that actually sooner rather than later. So y'all keep an eye out for that. All right. So I will see you guys in the group chat. Everybody else, appreciate you tuning in. If you have questions, feel free to always post them in the chats and all of that. Email or whatever. All right. And if you ain't in training yet, better get here. All right, y'all. You know what it is. Mark for the TeamAlliance, coffee and charts. Out.
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco.